Yo, guys, hey, what's up? It's your boy Ken. Want to talk about WWE recently, the Hurt Business. Um, this past Monday night on Raw, the Hurt Business broke up, or at least they got rid of half of the team members of the Hurt Business. Um, One of the dumbest things that WWE has done in recent memory. A lot of people online have expressed their disdain towards this decision. Even a couple of wrestlers themselves online have also expressed their, disdain towards this decision. So basically, Raw kicks off. Bobby Lashley saying to Shelton Benjamin and Cedric that they failed to take out McIntyre the week before in a handicap match. So they're banned from ringside at WrestleMania. And Lashley just can't associate himself. He can't associate himself with them anymore. He can't associate himself with failures. Uh, anymore. And next thing you know, Lashley attacks them both, Benjamin and Cedric. He beat Shelton Benjamin in a one-on-one match last week. This coming Monday, he'll be having a one-on-one match with Cedric Alexander. He beat Benjamin last week, or this past Monday. Next week is Cedric in a one-on-one match. And Raw ended with, Lashley had put out a hit on McIntyre. Anyone who can take McIntyre out from now until WrestleMania will get a shot for the WWE title at WrestleMania. And then it ended up being Baron Corbin this past Monday who answered the call. So is Baron Corbin now a part of Hurt Business, or is he just doing business with Hurt Business? I don't know. Either way, this is dumb as hell. Why would you take one of the coolest factions that WWE's had, quite possibly in a while? I can't even. Maybe you could say since the Shield, or even Undisputed Era. At least on the main roster, why would you take a faction like the Hurt Business and break them up already? Very, very dumb. The Hurt Business, and I don't even think they were even a year old, because someone put out online the Hurt Business. I think they finally formulated and came together like summer of last year, June, July of last year, and already you're breaking them up. Like, they haven't even been a cohesive group for a year, and already you've broken them up. Makes absolutely no freaking sense. Or maybe not June, July, maybe a little bit further back, but I don't even think the group is even a year old yet. And already WWE has broken them up. Absolutely ridiculous. This was a group that you could really say rejuvenated a lot of the guys' careers. Both Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin, both being veterans. It rejuvenated their careers. You have MVP as the mouthpiece, which is what he's good at doing. Benjamin is a good veteran worker. You brought in Cedric Alexander, who's the youngest of the guys, who you could say was floundering and was doing nothing other than, doing what Ricochet's doing, and that's chasing R-Truth down the hall for the 24/7 title. So he didn't do anything until he got with the Hurt Business. Obviously, it helped rejuvenate Lashley career since the whole Lana debacle thing last summer that was trash. And now that he's WWE champion and Lashley is the WWE champion, and there's just a new, renewed energy within the group. And now that the group is now kind of seen in a different light, now they're seen as badasses now and a serious threat, because you have Lashley, who's now the WWE champion. You now break them up. Before that, you have them lose the tag team titles a week prior. So all within a 2-week span, Vince has had the Hurt Business lose the tag team titles and break them up, or at least half of the group broken up. MVP and Lashley are still a duo. It makes absolutely no sense creatively. Now, for some people throw out, being devil's advocate, what if it's all a ploy? Maybe come WrestleMania, the group will actually, it's a front, and the group will actually come and work together or whatever and try to, help Lashley out. Makes no sense. This whole build and feud between Lashley and McIntyre has been kind of somewhat half-assed and lopsided. Because even for Bobby Lashley, this is a guy over the last several months and the last couple of weeks in particular has been booked as a beast. A dominant, hungry beast who manhandles his opponents, gets the job done. Why the hell would Bobby Lashley ask anybody on the roster, the 24/7 Jobber Squad in particular, to put out a hit on McIntyre? And then, I get the whole thing, oh, well, it's the Hurt Business and they're part of, business and that, blah, blah, blah. Nah, that's trash. I know Lashley's a heel, but for the past, 3 weeks, leading up to his WWE Championship win and a few weeks after, the dude's been booked like a goddamn monster. Why does he need to hire or put out a hit on McIntyre to beat McIntyre? To me, that makes Bobby Lashley look like a chicken shit heel. Why? Yes, you can say that he took a cheap way out by destroying McIntyre when McIntyre was defeated or was feeling defeated for the cash in from Miz, and then target the Miz, who was easy pickings compared to 100% McIntyre. But why would Lashley need them to make a hit? And this was even before the Hurt Business broke up last Monday. They were still a unit. They were still a group. You got a group of guys that's surrounding you. Why do you need to go out of your group of guys that's surrounding you to go hire, some other hands or assassins to assassinate McIntyre before WrestleMania? Makes no sense. That was the first red flag for me. Then you have the Hurt Business lose the tag team titles because New Day needed another 24 title run because Osmos and AJ Styles are competing for the tag team titles immediately right away at WrestleMania. That could have been a triple threat. If you needed a baby face mix in the group and you wanted to give Osmos and AJ Styles the tag titles and give them a run with it, you could have made that a triple threat with the Hurt Business defending at WrestleMania, and they could have lost it at WrestleMania in a triple threat by the baby faces being panned or something. They could have done it there. But then you decide to break them up. Makes no sense. I don't understand the booking for Lashley right now, and I don't understand the booking and creative decision of where the Hurt Business is going. Does this mean that they might add new members in the Hurt Business? I don't know. I think it'll be it'll be foolish in a way. Like I said, I hope Baron Corbin is not a part of it, but it kind of looks like he might be a part of the new Hurt Business or something like that. This is just that last stumbling block for McIntyre before it goes on to WrestleMania, which at this point, I think Lashley is going to lose the title. I think Lashley should keep the title, but from the way things have been looking and how they've been booking it, it seems like what everyone's kind of speculated since Lashley won the title, and that is, or at least what we knew going back since late last year, that whatever the case before Lashley was even in the equation, that they wanted McIntyre to win the WWE title at WrestleMania in front of an audience. That rumor, or that thought process from a lot of wrestling fans, is seeming to become more and more and more and more true. Because at this point, I think Lashley needs a run, a 6-week run, and what they've been doing for the past 2.5 weeks as his run as champion, I'm not. Lashley in week 1 and 2 of becoming WWE champion does not feel like the same Lashley in week 3 and week 4. We're like one more week away from WrestleMania. I think this is completely bullshit. You guys let me know what you think in the box below. Even Batista, who I'm pretty sure doesn't really watch much of the product, but at least knows enough of it. Batista put out on Twitter and even said and stated, whoever's idea was it to break up the Hurt Business, dumb idea, #bad for business. Sean Sapp from Fightful.com reported that it was Vince McMahon who came to the decision of breaking up the Hurt Business, and both Lashley and MVP tried to plead a strong case, and disagreeing with that decision and saying like you shouldn't break up the Hurt Business. They fought for it, but that made Vince even all the more determined with his decision of breaking up the Hurt Business, which is said for the locker room and everyone involved has kind of created a low morale amongst the talent there, because everyone thinks the Hurt Business is the best thing right now in that company. And for Vince to be adamant as hell to break them up for no apparent reason has got everyone scratching their heads saying, WTF, what are you doing? So yeah, I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this in the box below. Do yourself a favor, hit that like button, and subscribe. Peace out.